Number 1. Officer fired after pulling over senator's daughter. In November 2017, Bristol police officer Phil Kiersnowski proceeded to pull over a car for dark-tinted windows. Little did he know that the person he was pulling over was Senator John Lundberg's daughter, Sam Lundberg, and that this move would put an end to his job. As Kiersnowski approached the car, he realized that the driver was Senator John's daughter and his former classmate. His attitude soon changed from being all professional like he would be with an ordinary citizen to all chatty and laughy.
Sam? No. You know how dark your window tint is?
Oh, Officer McDaniel checked it last week. I swear to you, he pulled me over for it. You can check it, though. But yeah, he pulled me over last week for it.
Dark as hell.
Yeah.
Sam said that she had been pulled over for tinted windows 2 times before and that both officers let her go after confirming that her windows were not tinted enough to break the law. Whoever those officers were, they might have completely different standards for tinted windows than Officer Kiersnowski. But as their conversation went on, Kiersnowski also expressed his thoughts, saying that he doesn't like the law about tinted windows as well. While speaking his mind, the officer tried to cover the microphone, but he completely failed in doing so as everything was recorded.
I'm going to give you a citation. However, that's just because the admin's on our ass over window tint. One phone call from your dad would probably get rid of it and save all of us a lot of heartache.
He told Sam that he hated to pull over people for tinted windows, but that's the law. Not only that, but Kiersnowski even asked Sam to call her dad, Senator John Lundberg, to do something about the tinted windows law because it was giving him and other police officers heartache. However, what Officer Kiersnowski didn't know was that while he was expressing his frustration to Sam, her dad was on the phone with her and was listening to the whole conversation. Not liking to pull over people for tinted windows, but yet doing his job, the officer told Sam that he would give her a ticket.
I'm not even going to be in town that day.
There's a number on the back there you can call and have it rescheduled.
Okay.
Or you can just pay the ticket and leave the window tint as it is. However, it won't.
However, Sam claimed that her windows were not tinted and that they were not a problem. To clear her doubts, another officer arrived at the location who had a window tint meter. The meter showed that Sam's car windows were, in fact, more tinted than allowed by the Tennessee state law. While Sam was receiving a citation for a traffic violation, her mother and Senator John's wife, Lisa Lundberg, was also stopped by cops for a traffic violation. John, who had knowledge of both traffic stops, quickly called the then Bristol Police Chief, Blaine Wade.
I called him and I was truly laughing and said, "Hey, Chief, I'm on the way back from Nashville. I'm about an hour away. If you're targeting my entire family, I'll be there." And they said, "We're not targeting your family."
Senator John said he visited the police department the next day and reviewed the body cam footage of the traffic stop. He was also met with the shocking news that the police officer involved in stopping his daughter was fired from his job. A department memo gave 2 major reasons for firing Officer Kiersnowski: for covering his microphone, which can be evidence tampering, and being insubordinate by attempting to persuade someone to take action to change police department policy that he did not agree with. Joe said that while listening on the phone, he didn't know that the officer was trying to cover his microphone, but he also said that it didn't seem to be a justified explanation for firing him from the job.
Could he have said, hey, one call and this could go away? No, he shouldn't have. Should he have covered up his microphone? No, so clearly. But all those, in my opinion.
He was doing his job and he didn't want to do that job clearly, and he still did it, Senator John said. That's why he deserves to be back. Former Bristol police officer Phil Kiersnowski also opened up about the traffic stop, saying that what he did was wrong, but what he said is true. Kiersnowski said that his comments made Chief Wade embarrassed in front of Senator John, and he punished him by taking his job away. Well, he didn't waste much time complaining and moving on with his life. Officer Kiersnowski was later employed by the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office. Sam Lundberg, who cried for her former classmate losing her job, also removed the tinted windows from her car to avoid further citations. As it appears, cops more often than not run into trouble with higher authorities. Have a look at what happened when police officers tried to give a ticket to a state's attorney. Number 2, cops pull over a state attorney, instantly regret it. As Florida's only black state's attorney, Aramis Ayala was heading home after teaching a law class at Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. She was pulled over by 2 Orlando police officers. They approached Ayala and asked her to present her driver's license, which Ayala did.
What agency you with?
I'm the state attorney.
State attorney. All right. Thank you. Your tag didn't come back. Never seen that before.
Seeing her license, the officer asked Ayala what agency she was with. Breaking the shocking news to the officer, Ayala said, "I'm a state's attorney." Now watch as the officer's tone suddenly changes.
I'm sorry? Yeah. We're good now.
Ayala asked the cop what the reason was behind pulling her over, to which the officer replied that they ran the tag on her car's plate, which did not come back as registered to any vehicle. The officer also said that he has never seen a tag not coming back before. Now, Ayala was driving a state-issued vehicle, and the license plate on state-issued vehicles are confidential and would not come back as registered to a vehicle. Clearly, the cop pulling Ayala over didn't know that. She asked him why the tag was run in the first place.
What was the tag run for?
I'm sorry?
What was the tag run for?
Oh, we run tags all the time, whether it's the traffic lights and that sort of stuff. That's how we figure out if...
Listening to the officer's explanation, Ayala couldn't control her smile. She then asked them for their business card. The cop dodged the question by saying that their cards were in the police car and instead wrote his and his partner's names on a paper and gave it to Ayala. Although Ayala didn't follow up on the matter, the body cam footage of her traffic stop went viral after the Orlando PD made it public. The footage received a mixed reaction, with some calling the traffic stop racial profiling, saying that the cops pulled Ayala over because she was black, while others said that the cops treated Ayala way more respectfully than they would treat an ordinary citizen and called it dual standards. News outlets like CNN and CBS also made stories out of the matter, which further made the matter famous in public. Seeing the public's concern, the Orlando PD issued a statement justifying its officers' actions. In regards to the video, which was released by the Orlando Police Department last month, the officer stated the tag did not come back as registered to any vehicle. The statement read, "As you can see in the video, the window tint was dark, and officers would not have been able to tell who or how many people were in the vehicle." Ayala also couldn't help but respond to the news that was making headlines. "To be clear, I violated no laws," she said. "The license plate, while confidential, was and remains properly registered. The tint was in no way a violation of Florida law." Ayala also said that her goal is to create a mutually respectful relationship between police officers and the community, and that she is ready to sit down and have an open dialogue with the chief of Orlando PD to achieve this goal. Although Ayala was very cooperative and respectful toward the cops pulling her over, the next person with power, Martin Hyde, threatened a police officer to end her career. Number 3, congressional candidate bullies female officer. On February 14, 2022, a Sarasota female police officer, Julia Beskin, proceeded to pull over a driver for allegedly driving 57 miles per hour in a 40 mile per hour speed limit area and texting on the phone while driving. But what she did not know was that the man she was pulling over was Martin Hyde, the Sarasota congressional candidate, who didn't like being told that he was wrong. Less than 30 seconds into the conversation, Hyde started showing his true colors.
You were observed going 57 and a 40, and you were on your phone texting while you were doing that. That was at Euclid and Fruitville.
You don't need to point at me, officer.
I'm not pointing at you, I'm pointing in the direction where it was.
I'll just call the chief, how's that?
Go right ahead, sir. Can I see your license?
Right?
Not only did he threaten Officer Beskin to call her police chief, but he also reminded her who he was. It was clearly an attempt to escape accountability for his action. The female police officer, however, didn't pay much attention to Hyde's threats and asked him to present his driver's license. After the officer gave him a traffic violation ticket, Hyde questioned her nationality. "Is it your Russian immigrant status that makes you talk to people like this?" Hyde asked, who himself is British and had moved to the United States as an immigrant. Not only that, Hyde even threatened the officer to end her career. Feeling uncomfortable, and rightly so, Officer Beskin called her supervisor and asked for backup, saying that the suspect was extremely uncooperative. There was no change in Hyde's behavior. He continued to threaten her, even in the presence of another officer.
We're going to make sure that she pays the price for being disrespectful. I just wanted you to witness and know that the registration was right there.
Well, as it turned out, the female officer didn't pay any price for her righteous behavior, but Martin Hyde surely did for being a bully. As soon as the body cam footage of the traffic stop was released, Florida residents started calling him for his arrogant and rude behavior. Sensing that this might put an end to his dream of becoming a congressman, Hyde quickly admitted his mistake and apologized to the female officer. However, no matter what he did, Hyde's actions cost him deeply, and he lost the Republican primary election to Vern Buchanan by a margin of 86%.
I was completely bang out of order. I have no right to talk to anybody like that, and I not only called the officer afterwards to apologize, I apologized to everybody that's come into contact with it.
If you liked the video and want to watch more, please subscribe to the channel.